Hey everyone, today we're going to be responding to Deeco's response to my response to his video. So, in his video, right, he tries to prove the point that Jumping Simulator 2, this game right here that I played in my previous video, go watch it if you did not yet, and go definitely watch his videos for further context. He tries to prove that this game is the best game by playing every single other game, right? So, I'm not going to be replaying them in my video. You can just play them yourself if you're a beta tester or watch his video. Although he did skip Mess Tycoon, but that's fine. The game is pretty in dev right now. Anyway, so Cuburn's game obviously no competition. My game also no competition. These two have like nothing going on, right? So, um, we have, right? All we have competing is Jumping Simulator 2, Jumping Simulator, and OB Cuburb. And now I am going to prove that Jumping Simulator 2 is not the best game. So let's get right into it. So first of all, taking elements from OB Cuburb, obviously. So in OB Cuburb, right? I've played this in another video of mine. You can also go watch that video if you really want to. So I died again. Whatever. I'm not going to beat it, right? But in this game, there is a more so clear defined objective, right? And there are way more different types of jumps, right? Which does give it a bit more diversity, right? Compared to Jumping Simulator, which is supposedly a simulator centered around jumping, that somehow has less unique jumping mechanics than the OB Cuburb. I'm not going to finish it because it's literally impossible, by the way. Um, so, OB Cuburb has way more jumping mechanics, so it definitely beats Jumping Simulator 2 in that regard. So let's get into the next game. So okay, since OB Cuburb beats Jumping Simulator, they're in that regard. Let's try another one of the variants, right? The first Jumping Simulator, right? It's a bit simpler than the second Jumping Simulator in terms of gameplay mechanics. However, there is one thing it is still better in. So, as you can see, we're in Jumping Simulator 1 now, right? So, sure, it has a bit less of defined gameplay, I guess, because you just jump around for no reason, but that's it. However, and also there is this building. However, I do have to say that it is better than Jumping Simulator 2 in one regard, and that's the fact that it has way more defined builds. Its builds are way more defined. There is way more detail in the background, surrounding builds, and as such, it is slightly better than Jumping Simulator 2 in that regard. However, gameplay-wise, obviously, it is not better than Jumping Simulator 2. And finally, let's get into the reason this video is being made in the first place. Jumping Simulator 2. This game, right here, that's supposedly the sequel to Jumping Simulator, or Jump Simulator as it is said in the description. So we are now in Jump Simulator 2. And so, to conclude this, gameplay-wise, this game is superior, simply because there is more gameplay. It is more engaging. It keeps you in the game for longer, technically, because it is way more replayable, way more repeatable. However, it does lack in some aspects that I have already listed, but I will list again. So first of all, these are the only jumps in this game, right? This is the only jump in this game. It's a regular jump. Suppose the jumping simulator does not have any jumps besides of sort of regular jumping over a distance jump. It is very lacking in the jumping department, which is quite unfortunate. It is outdone by the Cuburb OB, OB Cuburb in that regard, which is quite unfortunate. And also, in terms of surrounding builds, the base plate is a whole nother story, but the surrounding builds, they have way less detail in them. The trees are nice, but it could also use some, a bit more detailing, a bit more going on, maybe some rocks and all that. Maybe something going on in this distant void, you know what I mean? So, besides of that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the response video. I guess see you later when Deeco responds, or maybe not, and then I'll just upload whenever. Okay, bye.